Good morning, good morning, good morning. A little bit regularly recently, but today I want to talk about something that's helped transform not only my business, but a lot of clients' businesses that we work with. But before I get into it, if you're watching this on replay, I want you to comment replay so that I know that you caught it and I can comment and respond to any of the questions that you may have. Because I know you're going to have some questions. This is going to be a really, really good, powerful conversation that we're having. But I promise you, I'm not going to keep you too long. Um, but we're going to talk about why your business is bleeding cash and how Profit First can fix it. A story from me with Profit First. I started using Profit First in my business in 2019. I want to say the second half of 2019. And it went extremely well. And little did I know that the following year we were going to be in a pandemic, right? When COVID-19 happened. And because I had started implementing Profit First already in my business, I was prepared for that situation that occurred, right? Because Profit First, one of the things that it helped me really do was not only manage my money better, but create cash reserves that I could use for situations like a pandemic. And, when we started doing it in 2019, we started to see a shift in how our business operated. And so we started to roll this out with all of our clients. And the clients that implemented it saw a huge shift. And I'm going to talk about that today as far as what it's all about and how you can implement it in your business. So, Profit First essentially is a money management system that helps you structure your money. And and this is for people that are really, really good at making money, right? If you are someone that's not really good at making money, I would listen to this, but I wouldn't necessarily implement it immediately because the key driver to this is being able to generate revenue on a consistent basis, monthly, weekly, daily. And if you're someone that is still struggling on how to generate revenue, this might throw you off because you might try to implement this and it may not work the same. And now what ends up happening is you have all these different accounts that you're paying bank fees on. And there's different banks that you can use, and we'll get into that don't charge bank fees. But I know in my experience with working with people, a lot of people that aren't really necessarily making money in their business, they get too hung up on the details of this versus focusing on the main thing, which is driving revenue growth in their business. So if you are someone that's in the beginning stages of your business, your main focus should be driving revenue. But this is good because this is going to teach you how to manage the money as your business grows, right? And so I've come bearing gifts. I'm going to share my screen in a little bit. I need to pull up the slide deck that I made for you guys in Excel. But this is a really good system. If you guys have any questions, I know some of you are watching live. Let me know in the comments so I can answer them for you. And if you are implementing Profit First already, let me know in the comments too. Let me know how that experience has been. I know there's a lot of accountants that whenever you mention Profit First to them, like, hey, I just read this book called Profit First and I want to implement it. I know there's a lot of accountants that feel not anxiety, but they're like, man, why should we do this? Like, I don't want to help you do this because this is going to be extra work on my end, right? Because the more bank accounts you have, obviously the more accounting that has to be done. But we are big supporters and proponents of Profit First because I understand what it can do for your business's money, right? Your business can quadruple, it can triple, it can do all kinds of things if you implemented it properly. So we're definitely going to talk about that. So let's dive into the different bank accounts that you need in order to implement this system in a really good way. You need 5 bank accounts to start out. And the bank accounts that you would open with your bank would be a revenue account, which is checking. And that's an account where all the money that you earn in your business is coming into. You would have an owner's pay account, which would be a checking account as well. That's money that you would pay yourself from a salary. You would have a profit account, which is a savings account. That's money that you would accumulate over time as you're transferring money to that account. And you would have a tax account, which is a savings account. And that's money that you would accumulate, obviously, to pay your taxes at the end of the year. And then last but not least, we have your operating expense account. So that's money that's being transferred into that account to help you to pay all of your expenses, right? You know, every day we have expenses in our business that needs to be taken care of, and you would pay everything out of that account. So in a perfect world, how this works is you would clean everything up. Instead of having everything go into one bank account, you would have all the money that you earn, whether it's from Stripe, whether it's from checks, cash, whatever it is, however you're collecting money, all that money would be going into your revenue account, and nothing else would happen in that account. And what you'll see is over the course of 2 weeks, that account will be growing every single day because you're generating revenue in your business. And so now once that 2-week period ends, you would end up transferring money to the other 4 accounts, right? And we'll talk about the percentages and everything, but you would transfer money to the other 4 accounts to now pay yourself a salary, to now accumulate money for taxes, to accumulate money for profit, and to have money for your operating expenses. And so when you make those transfers, now the money that you have transferred is the money that you now have to spend for the next 2 weeks. So as you can see with this, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, what if I'm not able to cover all of my expenses with the money that's transferred in that 2-week span? That means that you have some things to really think about and consider. You have some opportunity to make some changes within your spending. So now it fits within the parameters of Profit First. And so I know a lot of clients, whenever we do this, they end up saying those things like, hey, you know, I'm not able to, you know, spend the money the way I want. So I would say, like, it's not a limiting situation, but it helps you to manage your money better, right? There's a lot of things that we spend money on that we potentially could say, you know what, this is something that I could um, spend differently on. And I don't know if y'all can see my screen. I just finally got it to work. But here are the main accounts that I was talking about. We have the revenue, we have the profit, we have the owner's pay, we have the tax account, and we have the operating expense account, right? And so beside it, I've put the different, I guess, accounts, right? So, you know, you have checking and you have savings, and the revenue, like I said earlier, is a checking account. The profit is savings account. Owner's pay is a checking account. Tax is a savings account. And your operating expense is a checking account. Now, with Profit First, you're not limited to just 5 accounts, right? I have the bonus accounts, and these are accounts that I've created specifically for my own business, where I have taken the percentage in operating expenses and divvied it out to other accounts, such as the payroll account and the marketing account. And then the drip account, for those of you who are wondering what that is, that's the special account that I've opened for my business, where if I have excess money, I can transfer that money into it and pull it aside from all the other money that I have in my business, because now I can use that money to do research and development. I can use it to save for different projects that I have upcoming, right? So it's a really good way to manage your money much, much better. But I would say in the beginning, focus on the 5 main accounts, and then the other 3 you can implement later on. So I know y'all are wondering, what are the different percentages that need to be transferred, right? Here's a breakdown of pretty much the revenue ranges, right? Depending upon where you are in your business, here's the percentages that you would need to transfer amongst the different accounts, right? So as you can see in column C or A, if your business is generating revenue between 0 to 250,000, you would be transferring 5% to your profit account, 50% to your owner's pay account, 15% to your tax account, and 30% to your operating expense account. And then, you know, as you see, as your business goes up, you have the 250 to 500K range. You have the 500K to $1 million range, the $1 million, $5 million range, 5 million to 10 million, then you got the 10 million to 50 million, right? So the percentages change as your business grows, right? So your profit, as you see, goes from 5% to 10% to 15, but then it goes back down to 10, then it goes up to 15 and then 20. Owners pay 50, 35, 20, 10, 5, 0. So as you can see, owners pay is going down as your revenue is going up, because you don't need to necessarily pay yourself that much of a percentage of your revenue because your business is growing. So now you're at the space where it's time to reinvest the money and to grow the business. Owners pay, as okay, we just went over that. Tax, as you see, stays consistent across the board at 15%. And then operating expenses goes up as your business grows, because obviously you have more expenses that need to be taken care of, right? So here's a great outlining of everything that you need to do within your business from a profit standpoint. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Fred, what's going on, man? What's going on? I see you on. If you've ever used this in your business, let me know as well, because this is a powerful play, right, that you can do in your business to help you to scale it and grow. A lot of clients have utilized this and have seen the results in their business, because now they're able to confidently not only grow their business, but feel like better at night when they're sleeping, right? Because now your business, the money, instead of it being all in one account, it's being divvied up into different accounts. And now you have, I like to say, a mini budget without creating one. You know exactly what you need to spend within your business because you have transferred the money. But like I said earlier, if your business is not generating consistent revenue, I would possibly hold off on this and figure that out, because that's the number one thing you need to be figuring out. How can I generate consistent revenue in my business every single day, every single week, every single month? Because that's what we're in business to do. And if you're not doing that, then now what ends up happening is you move your energy towards doing this, and then it doesn't work out the way that it should. So look at this as like a supplement to you generating revenue in your business. What can I do every single day to bring in more clients, to bring in more revenue? Because I understand that I have a system that I can utilize in my business to help me manage the money better. And now I can grow my business more confidently, more comfortably. I see a question coming. Aegis, what's going on, man? You said, is your personal salary considered an operating expense? Good question. So in this, you have an account that's designated strictly for owner's pay, so it wouldn't be considered an operating expense. But what I like to do is I like to figure out how much I want to pay myself for the year, and then set up an automatic transfer to go from the owner's pay account to the operating expense account. So that's an advanced level play that we give our clients whenever they work with us. But you can set that up, and now what ends up happening is your owner's pay account becomes an additional savings account on top of your tax account and on top of your profit account. And now you can superpower your business and grow it even more, and you can end up reinvesting that money to grow your business even quicker and faster. So that's a great question. If y'all want me to do a part 2 to this, let me know in the comments. Or if you want me to dive deeper into this or any other conversations or topics, let me know. I wanted to share this with y'all because I think this is a very powerful tool that everybody can utilize in their business. And obviously, for those of you who may still be confused and may not understand how to implement it, you can definitely, talk to me or talk to someone on my team, and we can help you to implement it. Before I go, I do want to say, me and my team are offering five free financial statement consultations this month. So if you're interested, let me know in the comments, comment CFO, or send me a message privately. We're going to be reviewing people's financials, right? So we're going to look in to see, what is money that you potentially are leaving on the table? What are some things that you can do differently to grow your business? And I don't know, if it was me, I would take this up. This is a grand opportunity because we normally charge some decent money for this, and we are doing this for free. So let me know if you're interested. I gotta run, but I will see you guys soon. All right, take care.